Hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a dead streamer here on the Because Movie Network. Hope you're doing well today. As you can see, we are playing Football Manager 2015. Now, I'll explain a few things about that here in a minute, but let's put my headphones on. Hi, this is what should have happened last weekend. We were going to do a birthday stream, and I got sick, so I'll explain all that here in a minute. But here I am, everybody. Yes, I am here with Football Manager 2015. So a couple of things. If it's a little small on the text, my sincerest apologies. I had to put some information in there. I've got our branding and everything like that I like to put on our videos. So it's a little smaller than anticipated. But I want to go over the rules of the game real quick of what we're doing. And as you can see, I'm looking off to my other screen so I can read them. At first, we're not going to scum save. So what that means is, if we get tanked 6-0 by Stoke City at home, and I get fired, that's it. You know, that's the end of the game. That's we move on. Right, we do those cringy tweets that players do after the game, something along the lines of "bad day at the office today, but we move on. See you next week," something like that. But yeah, we're not safe scumming. I'm trying to get the microphone right in the right place. Okay, there we go, much better. Okay, so that's it. We're not going to have any incoming loans of players without an option to buy. Now, I'm not going into the reasons why. I don't want to develop anybody else's players, okay? I want to develop my own players. I'm not a wonder kid farmer, but I do sign younger players so I can sell them or grow a team. And I think that loaning players in the top flight and developing top flight players is not what we need. So if I loan a player, I have to put a clause in there that I'm going to buy the player at the end of the season, okay? I am going to be playing a Swansea City, as you can tell by the jersey that I'm wearing right now, by the shirt that I'm wearing. This is actually, ironically, the season before this season takes place kit. So, and I bought this the day Swansea signed Lucas Fabianski. So, he's the goalkeeper for those who don't know. But yeah, I got the notification that Swansea had signed Fabianski as I was at the club shop buying this and a bunch for my family. So, but I'm not going to be taking over any other jobs. I'm Swansea till I die. Swansea till I die. S.T.I.D. Okay? And finally, the big one, I'm not going to be saving a game, taking over a club to get rid of my deadwood players. That's something that I used to do, and then I learned how to play the game properly. So that's what we're going with right now. Okay, my goal for this game is to get into the top 7 of the Premier League and win at least one of the 2 trophies available that are realistic for me to win. So either the EFL Cup or the FA Cup. I have a problem with my program when it comes to chats. So anybody who does send me a chat, I'll get to it eventually. It's out of my hands. It's the way that I use the program. And the way I've got it set up, I don't see the chats until I don't get notifications that I get a chat until I notice it. So I don't know how to turn notifications on. I've done everything that I know how to do. I've even gotten Greg to have a look at it because he is the OBS champion, and he couldn't figure it out. So we're just gonna run with it and go what we go with. Okay. And finally, if you like what you see, go check out BecauseMeNetwork.com. Find us on social media on Instagram and Facebook. Or check out our link tree for everything that we've got as far as, our locations. A lot of stuff's on there, including our links to the 90s podcast, as well as our links to everything that we do, basically. Okay? So, let's get started with the boring part of the game, okay? So, as you can see, this is where I am. 30-year-old in 2014. I'm turning 42, hence the stream. Welsh American, born in Port Talbot, favourite team Swansea. I'm an international footballer. This is my coaching credentials. Because Swansea City would not hire a novice with no coaching credentials at this time. They have hired some shocking managers and first team coaches, over the years. But at this point of the Premier League, they would hire somebody with experience and knowledge of coaching, okay? So that's what I've gone with. I'm an international footballer in my day, and I've got the proper licensing, okay? So I'm going to use this profile, and I'm going to use Swansea City. So as you can see, this is everything that we have. So yeah, let's dive in. Managerial style. This is basically international footballer with a Continental Pro license. I like to keep a tactical and tracksuit manager right down the middle. I'd love to, this is what I would expect to be for Swansea City manager. Okay, at this point in time, just somebody who knows the technical side of the game, because at this point, Swansea had been in Europe. They were finishing top 10, top 12, and winning trophies. So they'd want to bring someone in who had technical knowledge and who had knowledge of youngsters, because they wanted the club to groom players through the youth system. So that's what we're going to do. This first season, not so many youth players coming through, but next season they will all be in a much better place to come through, okay? So let's confirm. Current game is not saved. Do I want to save? Yes, I do. Where am I? Okay. Yes, I call my computer same as GameG. Long story. Now, before I do anything else, okay, I'm saving the game. Before I do anything else, I am going to go through this club like a locust goes through a cornfield, as they say in the States, okay? So, let's take a look. Swansea Board have confirmed the appointment of John Connolly as the new boss of the Liberty Stadium. Connolly enjoys a glowing reputation within football, and it is hoped his appointment will set Swansea to bigger and better things. So the first thing that I do is I go to staff. Now, there's one guy who I'd like to keep. Oh, sorry. Coaching attributes. There's one guy I'd like to keep, and it's this guy, Alan Curtis, the Mr. Swansea, for lack of a better term. He's a great coach. He's got good potential. He's got good attacking. But I want to compare him real quick to his replacement, who it would be. So hang on. Yeah, I know. Not the most... compare with Alan Curtis. So, I mean, Alan is just a better coach. But Clive Allen's a better coach than Alan Curtis. So I am going to go with Clive Allen. So first thing I'm going to do is get rid of everyone. Like, everyone. They are all going away. So contract, at this point in the game, you can mutually terminate everyone, which is what I'm doing. And the first things first is I'm going to put in, this is going to take about 10 minutes, so, this is the boring part of the game. I'm going to go in to hire my staff first, okay? And then I'm going to go through my transfers second. So, staff first, okay? So, Man United fans, look away. Because this guy is a very, very good director of football. So I'm going to approach the sign. Director of football. Suggest terms. Finalize deal. Boom. Got him. Next one. I look for an assistant. Player ability. Player potential. Man management. Working with youngsters. Motivating and technical knowledge. All within parameters. I'm looking for 14 or higher in all of my skills that I need for certain players and certain managers. So, Jan Oldi Rekarnik, I can't pronounce his name, assistant manager, suggest terms, finalize deal, exit talks. Now, I'm going to, before I go to the Hugh Jenkins message, I'm going to confirm the departure of all of my staff. I don't care how much it costs, because we're going to be making money here in a minute. Okay. So, okay, it's still showing them there. Okay, so, next, so I got Murta and Rakirik. Let's move on to my goalkeeping coaches. There are two that are really, really good that are free agents. Nigel Spink, who interestingly made his debut in the Champions League final for Aston Villa and kept a clean sheet. Goalkeeping coach, yes. Exit talks. And former West Ham United legend, I like for lack of a better term, Ludik McCloskey. Again, another good goalkeeper. So let's see if we can get him for 2.9 with a yearly wage rise of 15%. Okay, cool. So we got that guy done. Nigel Spink, Ludik McCloskey. Next, we're looking for fitness coaches. I spelled his name wrong. Excuse me. There we go. Damien wrote in. So again, another fitness coach. So I like to have 2 keeper coaches and 2 fitness coaches. So this is my next fitness coach. He doesn't work well with youngsters, unfortunately, but he's a heck of a fitness coach. He wants the under-18s job, but I'm going to offer him the full coach. 2.3 a week with a 10% rise. See if he accepts that. There we go. All right, good deal. All right, next we're going to do our general coaches. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Yeah. There we go. From Mulder, or Mold, depending on how you look at it. He's coming in as my tactical coordinator, and he does well with youngsters. So he's coming in as a coach. I always get this guy's name spelled wrong. There he is. He's going to be our defensive coordinator. You know, he doesn't have anything great, but his coach defending is really, really good. So we're going to offer him a job as coach. And finally, Clive Allen is going to be our attacking coach. I keep saying coordinator. I've watched a lot of American football the last couple of weeks. So, okay, so I've got my coaching staff in for the first team. Okay, now let's add some other players, other coaches in there. And there's one person who's missing. Huh. I'll get to him here in a minute. Nick Worth is going to be our head physio. No, he's there. He's there. Okay. I thought I didn't have him on my sheet. So Nick Worth is going to be one of my physios. And David Wales is going to be my other physio. See if I can get him on 1.4 a week. There we go. Okay. Next is a guy who I like when it comes to his coaching stats. Phil Cannon. Look at that. Look at that. He can judge play. He would be my choice if he would accept it for assistant manager, but he doesn't want to be the assistant manager, so he wants to be head of youth development. And I've got him. Okay, now, so that's the first team sorted. Let's get the under 21 sorted. So we're going to pull up a guy called Dave Watson, who is the under-18s manager for Newcastle. Approach to sign. He wants to be under-21s coach. We're going to go for him the under-21s manager's job. Got him. Okay, remember we went to Mulder earlier? I don't know where he plays, so we got Erling Mo coming and Tron Strander. He's going to be the under-21s assistant manager. And ironically, this guy, his brother, was the last Swansea manager in this timeline. I'm seeing if he's in the game. He's not in the game. He didn't generate. Okay, I was looking for Brian Laudrup. Not Michael Laudrup, but Brian Laudrup. They're not quite as good, but equally talented Laudrup brother. He's not in there. So I have to go for my backup, which is Alan Cork. Now, Alan Cork is a bit of a hard one for me, because he used to manage Swansea. He used to manage Cardiff. But he is the father of Jack Cork. So, all right, I'm gonna do the playing stuff here in a minute. So I'm gonna get that done here in a minute. So that's my under 21s. Now, under 18s. He is the under 18s manager for Blackburn, David Lowe. Okay, got him. Let's go to, let's see if I can find them. Okay, Sheffield Wednesday. And staff, youth squad, Neville Bewbury. You come in as under 18's assistant manager. Okay. Next is Vic Bettinelli. He would come in. He wants to come in. I normally would sign him as a regular coach, but he wants to come in as under 18s. So a quality coach like that, coaching under 18s, I'm down with. Now, his counterpart, his goalkeeping counterpart is not coming right now. Simon Bitcon, however, is. And the same thing with his counterpart is not coming. So I've got to advertise for these things. Next, we're going for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's dad. Again, another good youth coach. Because with my youth teams, I'm not looking necessarily to develop attacking and defensive strategies and stuff like that. I'm looking for somebody who can make their talent shine. So let's go back to Blackburn and bring this guy in as my under 18s physio. Alright, so that's my coaching staff taken care of. Now I've got a few more people to bring in. So David Hamilton. He is going to be my chief scout, or head scout, or whatever it's called in this game. Okay, so he's going to cover all my scouting assignments. Frank Winhoven. He's going to be my Dutch scout, Central Europe scout. Another English scout to UK and Ireland. And he's going to be primarily doing UK and Ireland. So I'm going to set that up here in a little while. Okay. Wrong button. I didn't want the Northern Irish player. I want the scout. So Paul Montgomery. Now there's one scout who I don't really want to pick, and I might not pick him. So let me get another Central European scout. He's going for youngsters and potential. So that's what I'm going for with him. Giles Roulon. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Another looking for young players in France. Give him 2.8 and a yearly wage rise of 15%. See if he goes for that. Yes. Okay. Now, this next one is controversial. And I'm probably not going to use him. No, I'm not going to use him. I'm going to advertise. This one isn't. Okay. So I need one scout. An under-18s goalkeeping coach. And an under-18s coach. But I'm going to wait until these guys sign in before I jump in. So that's my staff. My staff is done, okay? So the next thing I want to do... Okay. So go to the squad. I need a tactic. So let's get my tactic in. Skip tactics creator. I have a tactic in mind. It's this tactic. So I play a sweeper keeper, which was unusual for the Tom. 2 inverted wingbacks, so they kind of go into this area of the field right here, defend when we're on the attack to give us some more, I got a ball-winning midfielder and a deep-line playmaker. So it's kind of a defensively minded midfield, and everything's going through these 3 players right here, which is going to be an inside forward, it's going to cut in, and an advanced playmaker who's going to push up with an advanced forward who's going to push up. Basically put, this is how I want my team to play. Okay, now I've got a backup formation, which is I've had problems in the past with Sigurdsson, who's my main outlet, being out for 5 months. So I had to play a 3-man midfield because I didn't have an adequate replacement. And in this one, 3-4-3. So that's my tactics. I don't think I'm going to go with John B. I'm going to go with John F. There you go. Okay, much better. All right. So that's my tactics. Now here comes the hard part. The very hard part. Hang on 1 second. So, first of all, Thomas Carroll. Tom Carroll, not good enough for what I need. I'm terminating his loan. Secondly, and this is the tough part of it, the following players I'm giving free transfers to because nobody comes in for them. They only want to come in for loans. I don't want loans. I want them out of the team. Because there's no point keeping them, Okay, so they are Lee Lucas, Daniel Alfie, Curtis Obang, Carl Bartley, Gerhard Tamel, and David Cornell. They are all released on free transfers. Okay. Next, this kind of seems harsh. Let's go just to this Fabian. Okay, so I know what I've got, what I'm working with. Show filters, not at club, and unavailable. Okay, next I'm gonna get rid of some players. So these are all first team players. So not exactly, I'm getting rid of Dwight Tindalli. Let me get my papers real quick. I like to get rid of them straight away because it frees up some wages and it frees up some transfer funds. So it's going to be Angel Rangel, Dwight Tindalli, Jordi Amat, Ki-Sung Young. Marvin Emness is not available right now and he only just signed, but Wayne Routledge is the other one. And these guys offer to clubs for transfer. Okay, now then. I'm getting somewhere. Now we're going to make a start on some of the players that we need this season. So I'm going to do my freebies first. Okay, I signed a lot of free agents, or a lot of people with, low transfer fees first. So we're going to start with, for the under 23 squad, or the under 21 squad, excuse me, Johnny Sutherland. He's coming in as a youngster. Okay, that's one. Timo Hildebrand, backup goalkeeper. That's two. Then we go to this club in Holland. See, I've played this. I know this by heart, But we go to this club in Holland, and we look at the senior squad, and there are a couple of players who don't have contracts. And we're going to get them on. Bo Vilters, approach to sign. Hot prospect. Contract, 3 years. Wage. We're going to give him 1.2 a week. We're going to give him a hefty signing on fee just to get wet the waters. Okay, I can work with that. And tragically, Bo Vilters has passed. He was involved in a car accident, unfortunately, at the end of this season. So, Vito Van Croy, again, do the same thing. 1.2, 60 grand, age and 100 grand. Suggest the terms. I like those terms. I'm going to finalize that deal. And next is going to be Shaquille Simmons. He's wanted by 15 clubs. So he's already got built-in terms. So we got him. Hopefully. I say hopefully because, there are a couple of people going in for his signatures. Next, Louis Reed. Okay. He is a 16-year-old who plays for Sheffield United. And I can get him for £250,000. So he's coming in as a hot prospect, 3-year contract. He's going to get his money. Unfortunately, this one's a little expensive. So suggest the terms. I mean, he's really, really good. I'm gonna see if I can get him down to $4,000 a week. Good deal. Okay. I got all my freebies. Yes. So let's go through the important one next. $4.2 million. Can I get him for 5? Let's see. Percentage of profit from the next sale, 15. Suggest terms to see if they're good with it. They are good with it. Okay. Good. So I got Wissam Ben Yedder. And the next one is, I know it'd be laughed at now, but look who he's interested by. That's hysterical. I have to pay a premium for this guy. So 3.5, 36 months. And 15% profit of the next sale. That's what's going to get him. Okay. Okay, and lastly, This fella right here, Nemanja Gudel. He's only worth 2.3. So let's make an offer. 3 million. 4.1. 3.5. Okay. All right. So we've got our important players right now. Okay. And we've got our squad fixed. Next, I would love... I'm going to remove that. Yeah, there we go. There you go. Okay. Next, I would like to put a new contract on Ashley Williams. So let's do that. He's a key player. We're going to add a release clause. Okay. Of that. Because halfway through the season, every season, he wants to leave. So there's that. And Nathan Dyer and Neil Taylor are really, really good players in this game. The reason I'm getting rid of Angel Rangel, even though it's a tragedy to do so, is because Carl Norton is a better player. He just is. You know, I can't turn that down. The reason I'm getting rid of Dwight Tindalli is because he's useless. You know. So, message from Hugh Jenkins. Attend meeting. Let's get going. Hi, John. Welcome to the Swans. I'd like to take a few minutes of time to welcome you to the club. I also want to show you the full backing of the board, and we wouldn't have hired you if we didn't feel like you're the right person to propel the club forward. So, let's get going. A lot of history. Sure, I'd love to learn more about the club. I have to be honest, I don't totally agree with that, the expectation budget, but let's explore it. I do have some philosophies. I'd like to hold a press conference. Exit. So, let's go up all the people we've fired. Here's our background. Basically put, we've won very little in the past. You know, a couple of Johnson's Paint trophies, a couple of Welsh Cups, League 1, League 2, you know, so it's ripe. But this is the big one right here, okay? And I don't want to jump on, you know, the whole, is it a major trophy, is it not a major trophy, right? League Cup for a club the size of Swansea is a major trophy. It really, really is. So that's going to be one of the targets that I'm aiming for this season, is the League Cup. So let's look at all the honours for a minute. We won the Welsh Cup 10 times, and the Johnson's Paint Trophy 2 times. I mean, these are just, you know, that's a reserve league when Swansea won it. That's the equivalent of League 1, you know. So, basically put, our goal is simple. League Cup or FA Cup. That's one of our targets. Now, I want the largest transfer budget and wage budget I can get my hands on. So, I am going to say that we can hit European football. Let's do it. So, here's our Carol Loanfinches. Bo Vilters has signed a contract with us. Good deal. Van Croy signed a contract with us. Ben Yedder. He's going to be a key player for us. Let's see what his clauses are. Reset. Key player. Suggest terms. He's happy with that. Virgil van Dijk is also going to be a key player. He wants 1.5. I can give him 1.4. There you go. And Amanda Goodall is coming in as a rotation player, which he will be. That's good. Okay, now we're going to sell some players. We're getting rid of Key. Club's not in the first team plans, except all offers of higher economic value. So he's going to go to Portugal. Rangel is probably going to end up at QPR or Everton. Okay? Now, isn't a lot of fans that are going to be upset with this one. So I'm going to accept the Newcastle offer. Higher equivalent values, but lower values. And QPR are going to make a 2.6. So QPR basically want our fullbacks. And unfortunately, Wayne Routledge is not wanted. So we sign Vilters. We'll speak to Ashley Williams. Show him around. Van Croy. show them around. And it's got the S League. Okay, let me go to my subscriptions for a minute because I've got 49 leagues on here. Confirm. And I'm going to subscribe to the Premier League. I don't really need to know what's going on in the S League. I'm never going to manage in South Korea. Okay? Not a problem. Crystal Palace and West Brom want him. So let's transfer, offer to clubs. Oh, well, that's no wonder why. We're going to offer him for like 3 million. And Colony's going to meet the media. Okay. Now, I'm a very, very pragmatic manager. And I'll explain some of my methods as we go on. Okay. But do I feel the expectations? Yes, I'm the one that set them. So I'm very happy with the direction the club is going in. Everyone's the best they be. Nobody more so than me. What is about this job that particularly interests you? It's a supremely ambitious club, which it was at the time. Gary Monk was a favourite of many Swansea supporters. They were sad to see him go. Can you win over the doubters and skew their support, especially at this point of the season? Excuse me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Everyone involved in the club, from the chairman to the fans, wants the same thing. It's important that we all pull in the same direction for a common cause. And I'm answering them calm. So while managers are famous for their hands-on approach, others maintain a reserve man with their players. How do you see your management style? For me, I always think that the players are valued as people as well as personalities. I'm a Swansea City fan in the game and in real life, so I've been unveiled as a Swansea manager. I've dreamt of this moment for years. It said that different managers favour different competitions. Will you be concentrated primarily on getting good results in the Premier Division? At this point, I'm going to say I don't think it's right to prioritise one competition over the other at this stage. Remember, I want a trophy. On the off chance that any agents will read your comments. Now, these type of questions I don't like, because if I say goalkeeper, I'm going to get agents sending me goalkeeper requests. And, so I don't want to do this. So I'm not prepared to talk about transfer policy right now. I want to keep Ashley here, and ideally I would like to keep Ashley around, but I know that might not be possible. And I'm going to say that cautiously. Because Ashley Williams is wanted, and he liked what I said, So he's wanted by Liverpool. So, and Ashley Williams was a big deal back then. A lot of teams wanted him, and he ended up getting to Everton. So aiming to be the best. I've been here an hour and a half. I've signed 3 players, and signed 2 players, released a bunch, and got my first coach. So it's been very, very, very busy time. Let's see what this is. Sorry. My daughter's sending me text messages from the store. Okay, sorry about that. She's sending me decisions we made, stuff from the store. So, anyway. So, I got my first member of staff. Nick Worth is coming in as physio. I'm delighted to... Okay, so there's a press conference. Vilters and Van Croy. I'm pleased to have the opportunity to sign these players. I had the next few years in mind when looking at this deal. The player has been scouted thoroughly. Basically, I've played this game so many times that I know how good that player becomes. So, so I might have to give Wayne Routledge away. Which I don't want to do, but usually I say Andy Wyman for Wayne Routledge, but he gets grumpy when I don't play him, and especially if I've signed Ben Yedder, his chances are not going to be there. So I'm not going to do that. So, that's an unfortunate position. Okay. So youth team players, Twisted Knee, okay. And Alan Cork, cool. Giles Roulon, cool. And I'm going to send him on his first assignment. So, let's see. Reports. Scout assignments. I want you to get a report from a nation. And I want... Actually, report from a region. I want you to go to Central Europe. which is basically France, Italy, Germany, etc., etc. And what I'm looking for is players under the age of 23 and over the age of 17. Okay? And I don't care about the whatever, I just want those range, okay? Phil Cannon, so I got my youth team coach, I got my negotiator, I got my goalkeeping coach. Now, I play with a director of football for two things, okay? Sometimes I really, really can't be bothered to play, look at, contracts and stuff like that, so I send the director of football on to, to do it for me. So, all right, I've got a little bit of my staff trickling in. It's only 5 o'clock, so got another scout. Got another one. Got another one. Okay, so I got my general coaches in line. Okay, Paul Montgomery scouting assignment. So create a new assignment. I want to get you to go to the championship. And I want you to look for players under 23 and over 17 until finished. I also want you to look England for the same thing. But your priority is the championship. Okay? There we go. All right. Let's go to my scouting for a minute. 2 scouts, 2 on assignment. Okay, good deal. Some Bitcoin. And my assistant is here. Good deal. So let's have a look. So see, Moto Barrow, I can't get rid of because he just signed. Same thing with Marvin Emness. I can't get rid of Oliveira until the 1st of June. I don't want Oliveira. Oliveira is not that good. I want Badafemi Gomez challenging Wissam Ben Yedder for the position. They're 2 different players, so it'll be good. It'll be good. All right. David Hamilton is going to be chief scout. Okay. Create new assignment. Report on a team. Ongoing reports on the next competition. Okay, why want to do that? He's already given it to Giles Rouillon. Really? No. I want that to go to David Hamilton. But he's in France. I can't get him to do a report. Okay. That's a bug. I don't like that. And I also want him to be my Premier League scout. And again, we're looking for under 23s, 17. Okay, so I guess Rouillon is going to be the one to be scouting. Okay, let's do some of this. High fives after football. High fives. Mixed office with those team. Have I got Phil Cannon in yet? Yeah, okay. So once I get news on Ben Yedder, Van Dijk, and Goodall, I'm going to go for my next target. All right, let's do one more thing. Offer to clubs. 1.15. I want his wages gone. That's that's why I'm doing this. So we got 34 days till our first friendly. All right, we got some players coming in. Hildebrand, Straub, Wales. Okay, good deal. Let's look at our staff real quick. Senior squad. Waiting on our fitness coaches. Okay. Okay, let's go back to this screen for a minute. Head of Youth Development. I don't have the time to set up training. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, hang on 1 second. Okay, there we go. Let's go to my first team. He arranges friendlies. I'm my personal assistant. 1 hour for a player to club. 75%. Allow him to be recalled. I want my staff to speak to me every week. Early Mole. Not John Motor. Player recruitment. Man management. Clive Allen. Youth development. There we go. Alright. So. There we go. We got our first fitness coach. Alright. So I'm waiting for Tindali, Rangel, Amet, and Key to be gone. Or at least, you know. We signed Johnny Sutherland. Sutherland instantly goes into the under 21s. Oh, there's a Leon Burton, man, is injured, and to be honest, he's not the same player in this game as he is in real life. I'm gonna give him a go, but he's way down on the deal. Alright, so we've got our first major sign-in. And we're going to put Reed in the senior squad for right now. Speak to Williams. Captain, please show him around. Get him used to the training and everything like that. So, let's go in to our next level of player. I need 2 more first team players. Pedro Obang. He's worth 2.5 million. Let's suggest it. 5.5. Let's talk him down to 6 million. I know that's more than what I would have paid for him, but it's healthier on the transfer fee. Okay. And next I want this guy. George Cooper. And finally, this guy, Edgar Pribb. Now, he's going to cost a pretty penny, and he's wanted by Leverkusen. So we have got to pay a premium for this guy. But like I said, let's see if we can get him for that. Got him. Good deal. Okay, Pedro Obing wants first team football. I can facilitate. Prib is signing. Good deal. Accept Goodle. Okay. So I need some players to sell now because my wage bill is spiking. So Tindalli's gone. All right, let's sell him for free. It's taking too long. And if not, then I'm gonna have to put him on loan, which I don't want to do. But so did him. And then I've got a couple more players to sign for squad depth. Big contribution. Confident in Hildebrand. Matches can be won. Do I believe Ben Yedder? I certainly hope so. What impact will Ben Yedder sign? It'll be a massive boost to the whole team. I'm always looking at ways to improve. They've never seen me play, so that's what I would say. Where do you see Goodle's best position? Midfield central. He'll mainly be playing there. Wissam has all the Ben Yedder was touted as a potential stuff for years to come, but has yet to materialise. I think this move can help that. Happen to the very top. I'll basically I'm buttering them up. Van Dijk is tempted by Stoke. Transfer will go through on July 1st. So, Key is leaving. I would like to sign a large number of youngsters who play a role in the first team squad. I have no further suggestions to make. So this kind of stems me in to buying and selling players of a certain, like the way I'm doing it. So I know what I'm doing. Basically, I'm signing players of a certain window, like Nemanja Goodle, Ben Yedder. They're coming in at between 20 and 23. Speak to Routledge. I'll be dipping in the transfer market, which I am. So we've got some wages back and we've got some transfer fee back. Virgil van Dijk. Shaquille Simmons. Good deal. We always get him. Okay, let's look at our transfers for a minute. Edgar Preb and George Cooper. Okay. Okay, we're going to get our backup players in here in a minute. And I just realized something that I need. I need a young attacking midfielder. He's listed for loan. He's only worth 220,000. If I can make an offer, he's got a 9 mil release clause. If I offer 1.9 with a percentage of profit from the next sale at 10%, will you accept that? 3.7. Let's see if I can nick him down to 3. Yes. Okay. I need that. I forgot about that. All right. So okay. So far so good. I'm a little light defensively. I'm going to sign 2 more defenders here in a minute. I'm good on midfield. Okay, so let's see. Make an offer of 2.2 million. I can do that. And Tyler Blackett. Okay. Okay, those two coming in, they'll provide depth. I want right, new signings. I don't want to discuss club finances. I'll basically they're saying I'm being cheap, so I'm just gonna say this. I'll spend whatever I consider necessary on deal by deal, which is what I do. I'm delighted we've been able to get this done so cheaply because there's less pressure. It's important somebody to have something blah blah blah. He speaks Italian. Good deal. I don't want to talk about transfer policy. I don't think there's a risk in this deal. We've tied this player down. Football is a universal language, but people might be surprised. Okay, signing Van Dijk. People might be surprised, but this is the way we're going. So, Liverpool still want him, but I'm going to slap a price tag on him. Now, if we lose Williams in this window, it's game over, basically. I'm not going to be able to come back from that one. Okay. So what do we got coming in? Tyler Blackett and Paul Dummett. Edgar Preb and Alex Serrano. Okay. And then I've got just 2 more players to bring in after that. Okay, cool. Another scout. Let's check my staff real quick, see if I've got all my first team members. Yes. Okay, training. Coaches. Ask assistant to sign. Oh, I'm busy. I'm a busy boy. I'm over all the training. Okay, cool. Yeah, they want me to sign Benoit, Akotu, but I'd rather have Paul Dummett. And I got Alex Serrano in. Yes. He is one of my favorite players to bring in, but sometimes Arsenal get him. All right. So I've got all my first team players in. I'm not gonna get my backups in. And there's one guy for this. There's 2 guys coming in. Yeah. There's 2 guys coming in. Okay. But I've got to get them once, you know. No, see, look at that potential ability. He was dreadful when he came to Swansea. Okay. Jack Evans, good deal. Good deal for Dummett. Okay. So let's look at my transfers now. I got nobody coming in. Uh-oh. Just the budget. Okay, I got 2 more players that I got to sign. Is it 2? Okay, first things first. Goalkeeper. Manchester City's Marcus Bettinelli, who is at Fulham at this point. I'm going to offer them 2.5 million plus, even though I could get him for free next season, but it wouldn't be free. So I'm going to basically try and get them for 5 million. Good deal. 3.3 million. I think some of you know where I'm going with this one. All right, there's another guy. This is just for a backup player. No, I need him this season. So let's do that. Okay. And finally, now this guy, I'm hoping they'll accept the deal. All right. 2.5. All right, Marcus Bettinelli, nice easy deal. Elvis Manu, backup, 2019. Use existing terms. I'm going to give him 10 grand a week with a $250,000 signing bonus, a £500,000. Let's see what he wants. I can do that. And Locadia, of course, will be loaned out for the rest of the season. And that concludes my business. And it only took me an hour. So, hang on. Let me just make sure I got everyone I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need another scout. I need under 18's goalkeeping coach. Okay, so let's see. I need another scout. Under 18's goalkeeping coach. Under 18's fitness coach. Under 18's coach. And that's what I got. Okay, Paul Dermott. I'm pleased with all aspects of the transfer, not least the club's outlay. If Paul had been in my club, we'd have demanded double. I don't know if we would have. But Key is going to be leaving, so that frees a little bit of wage. I'm trying to get Wayne Routledge off the books. Available for loan too. So I might have to loan him out, which I'm not happy with. But Wayne Routledge doesn't play in my system that well. So Elvis Manu comes in. Bettinelli comes in. And Locadia comes in. And that's all my money gone. That's all my money gone. So, hang on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, they turned me down? What? Alright, I'll come back to him here in a minute. It wasn't enough in the kitty. Okay, I'll go again in a week. Okay, it's telling me players. Let's see, Berahino, Butland, Nathan Ake, good quality players, but they're going to be very expensive to pull out. Sorry about this. All right. We got a match in 24 days. Let's look at the schedule for a minute. We got Rayo, Valorenko, Adio Den Haag. Okay, we don't have... Okay. So I'm going to arrange a friendly. No, I think we're good with our friendly schedule. All right. Yeah, Key will join. So I'll put some money in our KD. Okay, we're going to send Mo Barrow to a specialist because why not? Henry Jones, another sports hernia. Hold a meeting. Start training on Norton's game. Start training Sigurdsson. Don't need him. Don't need him. Bobby Hope's too old and Lindsey Parsons too old. I want people who are going to be here for a little while. Okay. They want me to keep Routledge, but I can't. That's the problem. I can't keep Routledge. He's not... He doesn't fit in my system. So... Okay. 21 days is our first game. So... Is that Leroy Rosini, Chelsea's new manager? Liam Rosini, excuse me. Okay, these are guys who are going to expire at the end of the season. I'm interested in a couple of them, but I will get to them later on. Carl Norton's got a Jeebus. I'm not doing well with injuries today. So... Okay. Squad. Nelson Oliveira. 2-minute loan. Yes. Okay, now. Let's see if I can get him again. Probably not going to get him. If not, I won't worry about it. Okay, Swansea Scout advert. Mads Jorgensen. Not even close to what we're looking for. Alan Miller? Maybe. Mike McGlynn, excuse me. Yeah, these guys, I'm not looking for age necessarily. Let's go for Alan Miller. And Danny Ellis. That's the guy who I wanted to sign anyway. So that's good. Alright. I'm just waiting for, just waiting for it now. Okay, we're going to start training Jefferson Montero. Yes. That's what I'm looking for. Not Luca Toni. Fallon, Corey Francis Fallon. Senior member of the squad. I'll just invite Tyler into the room. Okay. Cool. My son has no sense. Okay. All right, we lost out on Lacadia. That's fine. Um, dang, I wish I yeah. So I'm gonna have to look for another striker. Tony Gordon. That's a guy who I need. So let's sign him. Okay. Oh, that's right. The big game is today. I forgot about that. I need I need another under 18s coach. Okay. I've got the order in. Coach, yes. Okay. All right, we got Alan Miller. Good scout. Another guy who's no longer with us. So we've got 14 days to get everything ready. Carl Norton is going to be back. Fabianski won't be back. All right. All right, let's see if I can get Routledge out of here. Oof. Nobody wants Routledge. So I guess I'm going to leave him there. I'm going to play backup to Elvis Menu. All right, under 18s coach. Let's see who we got here. Klaus Jensen. There we go. All right. And there we go. There we go. All right, I got my positions filled up. All right, so let's see. Let's go to tactics. I've got all my players in now. So let's go to set pieces and free kicks. Oh, corners first. Excuse me. Egerpreb, Nemanja Gudel, Gylfi Sigurdsson. Okay. Free kicks. That's obviously Gylfi Sigurdsson, Egerpreb as a backup, and Nemanja Gudel also as a backup. Long throws. Carl Norton on the right side. Nemanja Gudel on the left side. Okay, let's say the corner instructions. Let's see if we've got what I want. Yes. Okay. We got what I want. Okay. So, we've been here for over an hour and we're still in preseason, but it takes a lot of work to get started. Once I get started, the game will flow, you know? That's why we're doing this as kind of a series. Spoiler. Crystal Palace make a Routledge offer. I accept. Players not in the club's first team plans. Backroom advice meeting. Start training Neil Taylor. Start training Jack Cork. Alex Bray for loan. Joseph Jones for loan. Curtis Marsh for loan. Okay. Not good enough. Not good enough. Okay. Okay, I got some wages done off the deal, at least. Okay, so Routledge is gone. Let's get some of these young players available for the game. So Tyler Blackett. Louis Reed. Elvis Manu. Alex Serrano. And that's it. Okay. You put one Gareth Owen. Play with benefit from first team football. There you go. Louis Reed, Manu, Simmons, Grimes, Sheehan. Yeah, that's good. I'm not putting squad numbers on these guys just yet because, you know, it's not Tom. I have a very specific set of squad numbers that I give these people. So let me see if I can find. At 3.6 million. Okay. So let's see. Conditions at age at most 23. Actually 21. That's all columns. Okay. Hang on. Let me get my screen set up. There we go. Okay. Add position. And I want a striker. Who's he wanted by? That's profile. Does he have any Italian blood in him? Maybe no. I'd have to get a work permit for him, and I think I would fail. Ajax want him. So he's legit. Okay. I'll come back to that. I think I'm happy with my strikers that I got right now. Unless something major happens. Because I've always got Emness and Barrow to come back. So, you know. Alright, trial day. Scout the players. Owen set to move to Newport. Okay. Two days is my fixture against Greek side Zethi. Okay. Fabianski, not going to make it. So we're going to start with Hildebrand, Richards, Fernandez, Williams, Dummett, Olbang, Shelby, Dyer, Serrano, Prib, Gomez. Okay. On the bench will be Bettinelli, Norton, Virgil, Tyler, Taylor, Hawk, Goodle, Manu, Sigurdsson, Montero, Ben Yedder, and my extra player will be Louis Reed. Okay, that's the lineup that we're going with for this next game. Now it's going to be a half time. It's going to be a half game for each player, but that's the starting 11. Fabian Shaw. I don't need any more players right now. I think I've got enough. So Bartley would be a good signing, but no. Jenkins. I guess I'm relying on a youngster in my own team. So, okay, my first match. I know these guys are not entirely suited for it, but this is how I like my side to be lined up. And we're competent in it. So let's start. Okay. Oh, I didn't do my thing. Okay, I'll do that when it starts. Okay, this place is up for grabs. No. Out. I finally have sound. This place is up for grabs, so impress me. This is just a run out, so I don't care about the result, so to speak. Shelby's sticking a knock. Hildebrand is not comfortable right now. Oh, over the head, over the bar from Jones. Alex Serrano's picked up a knock, and he's actually needs to be substituted. All right, bring on Gylfi Sigurdsson. Doing well. This is the first game where we don't have match fitness. Oh man, that should have been a goal. We're not playing long balls. I detest long balls. Oh wow. So there are players who are not playing well. And that's gonna be where's the passion? And everybody gets substituted with the exception of Sigurdsson. So play a second half team. Hang on. Some players are playing well, but some players are not playing well. And these first few preseason games are going to make it that way. Start the second half. That's why I don't play long balls, because they never hit the target. Oh, off the post. Man, that sucks. a good let me just adjust my screen real quick. I'm playing on zoomed in, so some of the players that I like to sign wingers who are also strikers. Not because I intend to play them up front, but they got higher finishing. You know, I'm looking for a winger who can score, and if needs to be put up front, you know, gets put up front. This is a pathetic performance. I'm going to lay in with a hairdryer when the game's over. It might only be a pre-season, but I expect some, you know, standards. Belated had two people to his left there, and he struggles to keep going. Unacceptable. We got a 75% pass rate and an 80% tackle rate. Unacceptable. You gonna take the free kick there, Gilfy? Have to bet my money on Taylor and Knowlton. They're playing absolutely dreadful. On with Google. Playing absolutely dreadful. Okay, corner. Sigurdsson. Absolutely dreadful. 22 shots and not a single one of them challenging the target. Absolutely abysmal. And the referee had a nightmare of a game. But yeah, absolutely dreadful. Not what I was looking for the first game of the run. Serrano strained his neck. I don't have an attacking midfielder in the youth system. Yes, I do. I signed one. I'm going to bring up George Cooper. Okay. George Cooper is going to fill in for Alex Serrano while he is off injured. I don't believe I lost that game. I'm astounded. I can't believe I genuinely don't believe that I lost that game. All right. Fabianski be available in 3 days. He'll be back, yes. George Cooper will be ready to go in the attacking midfielder central position. Because he can play there. He's not just a left winger. That's one of the reasons I signed him, was because he's versatile. I like versatility in my players. But I like the majority of my wingers to be able to score. You know? And I'm hoping, beyond hope, that in this Rayo Valerenko game that I've got coming up, Fabianski's full training. Okay. So, Fabianski, Knowlton, Fernandez, Williams, Taylor, Cork, Shelvey, Dyer, Sigurdsson, Montero, Belated. And on the bench, Hildebrand, Williams, Virgil, Tyler, Paul Dermott, Pedro Ogden, Amanda Goodall, and we're going to put Hildebrand. I brought Hildebrand in as my third choice keeper, and Bettinelli is my second choice keeper, but I might play, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, let's get started. Okay. This time, this is your chance to impress me. I want us to get control of the midfield. And I'm going to go to opposition instruction. Target opposition player. I'm going to close down, put him on his left foot. Always close down the defenders. Put him on his right foot. Close down the midfield. Oh. And go from there. So maybe we took the guys from Greece a little unseriously. Now I want to see seriousness. This is going to be a 60-minute playthrough for the starters. Oh! What a goal! Well, that's me started. Okay, good deal. The season starts now. That doesn't really. Offside? No. The referee gave it. Fall back real quick. Rely on my pace. Terrible. Disappear in the air, we need to tell the players to keep it on the floor. Because if we try and compete with them in the air and they're winning every battle, then we don't need to be lumping. That should be a free kick. No, okay, not a free kick, penalty. No stability there. Push forward a little bit. Okay, it's a corner. Not really helpful because we're not doing good on corners. We're not doing good on our passing either. Oh, it's a goal! Nice one. The midfield duo showing how the strike force is supposed to play. And again, we can't hold the lead. Let's go back to control. Team talk. Passionate. Demand more. And Shelby's injured. And the Goodle on for him. Calm. Got to play a natural game. Oh, but they're right, that was wasted. Okay, their play is not playing well. And they're coming off. Fernandez for Virgil. Ashley Williams is going to stay on right now. Jefferson Montero for Edgar Prib. And Ben Yedder for Batafemi Gomez. The rest are staying on. Dyer. Goodle, come on. Nope. Alright, so I'm going to start. That was a foul. They should have had a free kick though. Glad they didn't. But they've taken the lead. Okay. Ashley Williams is playing absolutely dreadful. Carl Norton's playing dreadful. Nathan Dyer. Neil Taylor. Okay. Confirm. Let's see what we've got. And he's just walking through the team like he's prime Messi. So... Man, this preseason is not going the way I expected it to. You know, maybe too many signings, but it usually doesn't go this bad. You know, and we're getting trounced. And I'm not listening. All right, the last two members of the team coming off. Two players who played well. Yeah, this is not going well. I'm gonna look at the training schedule here in a minute and try and fix it, but we shouldn't be at muscle to every ball. Every time we go near a playoff and a free kick happens, that's ridiculous. Yeah, this is not going well. Let's see if I can pull myself back into the game. Well, I need to change my system, but I don't have the players in place to change the system. This is ridiculous. Man, I don't know what to do. And that's what I need to do. Roger East is not having to do with his life. Yeah, every time we get near them, it's a free kick. Every time they get near us, it's playing unnoticed. Because they're playing a free kick. Okay. Don't long kick it. Never put that as part of his no, it was dreadful. It was absolutely dreadful. I mean, they've carved this open 6 times. 3 of them have gone in and 3 of them haven't. That's unacceptable. I mean, it's a good game for the neutrals, but assertive. Luckily, this was only a friendly. And we had some good players, but yeah. And Rodriguez didn't have the best game of his career either. Yeah. So. Alright, but I've got worry in Jandro Shelvey. Oh. Alright. That stings. That stings. I don't have the squad space to bring in another player either. Because I haven't registered my players yet. Okay. Oh, that hurts. That really hurts. Jandro Shelvey is a really good midfielder in this game. Luckily, I got Louis Reed, so the 16-year-old is going to pick up the slack. But man, I'm not happy with that. I am not, and I repeat, not happy with that. Give him a high win bonus. High mid-table, which is what we're aiming for. Wrong with barrel. 4 to 5 weeks. 3 to 4 months. 2 to 3 months. 2 to 7 weeks. So they'll be back pretty soon. So, but where to fit Leon Burton on the side? Leon Burton doesn't usually play well when I play him. So, I don't know. Okay, wrong Owen. Thought that was my Owen then for a second. Okay, we go to Holland for to the Netherlands for this match. Okay. So let's hide the unavailable players and bring on the available players. So Fabianski, Richards, Van Dijk, Williams, Taylor. I'm gonna go full strength. Prib or Montero. I'm gonna go with Prib and I'm gonna go with Gomez. Alright, on the bench, Bednelli. Bring Reed, Manu, Serrano, Montero, Ben Yedder, and Cooper. Alright, can we do this? Continue. Continue to team talk. Passionate. This might only be a preseason friendly, but I expect to win. And not only do I expect to win, I expect a performance. So let's do the performance thing first, then oh, come on. Montero's going to get a run out. Okay. Good start for the sub. I want to know why everybody's diving into tackles in preseason friendlies. Montero didn't mean that. No, he did. Come back a little bit. Jack Cook isn't playing his best. Oh, this is Mandy Goodle. Okay. Calm. So we'll go through the season. Start the game. Oh, Dye picks it right off his foot. Oh, and we missed it. Jack Cork isn't playing now. Can't keep the teams from cutting through us. Jack Cork is off. And Bafetemi Gomez is off. Dreadful performances. Nothing dire for a header. No, it's not going to work. Oh, come on. I'm getting better. That defensive stuff is not looking great, though. He wound up before kicking it. Ooh, over the ball. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Starting to play a little better. It's time to bring some guys off. Louis Reed comes on. Alex Serrano comes on. Paul Dummett comes on. And to be honest, Fernandez comes on. Still not on my best 11, guys. This is not good. This is not good at all. Because who I think is my best 11 is not performing. So I have to tweak it, and I don't know what I'm doing. So okay. Why is Paul Dummett taking a direct free kick on the edge of the area? Oh, okay. He can do that more times. He can do that a lot more times. Wow, that was a good goal. Some of the kids are showing up some of the better players, but that was a heck of a free kick. Okay, that's a good win. I'm expecting to win today, but I'm expecting such a good performance on the preseason run out. I'm happy with that. Give him a boost. 17 fouls. My word. Okay. Jack Cock had a dreadful game. Okay. Let's have a look at these players for a minute. Some of them are getting up there. Some of them are nowhere near what we need for them to be match fit. So they're going to start. So it's going to be Bettinelli and Hildebrand. Going to switch it up because Fabianski's got, good thing. Ashley Richards needs some match fitness. Paul Dummett needs some match fitness. Fernandez needs some match fitness. Williams is there, so Tyler Blackett. Louis Reed. Pedro Olbine. Elvis Manu. Alex Serrano. Egaprib. Ben Yedder. Okay, we already got our goalkeeper sub, so let's just go through the rest of the team. With George Cooper back in the under-21s. Okay, I would say it's starting to take shape, but it's not. Okay. Let's take a look at the squad for a minute. How long does this playing on the bench? Come on. Kobe Arthur, not a worthwhile signing. Okay. 2 days. Then on August 1st, I will give the squad numbers. Ben Jones, okay. What do you think? I don't think so. He's not got the potential, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, I will go through and get some these youngsters signed up to contracts. Okay, let's see how I can do with this half-fit side. Oh, I want a captain. Okay. See, my captains are. I'm gonna give it to Serrano, the captain, one of the captaincies, because he's too young. You know, so let's see what we can do with this half-fit team. Okay, start the match. Let's go. I didn't show you the tactics. I didn't show you the instructions earlier. I just realized that. I'll probably do that next stream. But he's Prib. I'm surprised I didn't get a free kick given against me. So it's way wider than that. Unbelievable. We're going to cut through like tissue. And I've never cut through like this bad, ever. Alright, I gotta think. Because this is ridiculous. Oh, power. We needed that. least they've got more fouls than us this time. He stayed on his feet. That wasn't a clattering. Alright, the guys who playing at 6.2 and fixing to go on the field in a second. Yeah. The entire defense is coming off. And the midfield. And Edgar Prip. I think Montero is going to be my starting winger. We're just carving through this. Back in the match. I gotta look at the training when we get done here. Okay, Alex Serrano's played well. He's coming off for a rest. I'm gonna bring Beniader off thing. I'm gonna bring in Timo Hildebrand. I think I might look to loan Bettinelli out. Give him some, proper game time while Hildebrand comes in as my backup. I've got Gregor Zagbret as a bench keeper if I need him. Ooh, bounce is clear, damn it. Okay, let's do this. Let's get the full press going. I know I should really do that at the beginning of the games. I keep forgetting to do it. But that's okay. Almost a goal. That was a good touch. Oh! I was fired at will now. But it's not working out for me. Okay, I've got to do this. My players are playing right now with very we'll get it right on the day kind of attitude. I don't like that. You know, this is preseason. This is where you know, this is where you show it, especially for a new manager. But they haven't. Yes! That was unbelievable. No, I mean that in a... I don't believe that happened. Okay, good. I don't like our passing improving numbers. Alright. Good performance all around. Some of these players are just playing dreadfully. So we play Newport in 5 days. So then we play Aston Villa away, which is not a hard game, but not an easy game either. Then we got a difficult one, Chelsea at home, and I'm expecting to be battered for that one. So okay, let's go to training. Let's go to the coaches. I'm being stretched extremely thin. Let's respond. Okay, so I got everybody in there. Let's check. There's anyone under 21 squad that's not under 21. Okay. Okay, so we're confirming. Alright, Sherman's going to Port Talbot. Okay, squad numbers. Okay, I'm giving Sigurdsson the... Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with the goalkeepers, okay? And I'll explain my number choices when it comes to them, okay? And... Okay, so Hildebrand gets the 35 shirt because that's his age. Bettinelli gets the number 21 shirt because that's a goalkeeping shirt number as far as I'm concerned. Defenders. Okay, Norton gets the number 2 shirt. Fernandez gets the number 20 shirt. Dummett gets 23. Blackett gets 28. Egerprib gets 11. And Virgil gets number 5. On to the midfield class. Okay, so I'm just dealing with first team players here. Okay. 14, Pedro Aubameyang. 10, Giffy Sigurdsson. 11, Edgar Pribb. 12, Nathan Dyer. 14, 29, Ashley Williams. 7, I'm going to keep that on Leon Britton. Jack Cork gets 4. Amanda Goodall gets 17. Alex Serrano gets 19. Jefferson Montero gets 13. Elvis Manu gets 32. Louis Reed gets 31. Marvin Emnes gets 27. Malbero gets 30. Ben Yedder gets 9. And yeah. So let's show all positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 15 and 16 are free. Okay, now we go to under 21. And we're going with ability first. Okay, George Cooper gets 33. Matt Grimes gets 34. Stephen Kingsley, that's 26. Gregos Zabret gets, hang on. Bo Vilters, 36. Peter Van Croy, 37. Gregor Zabret, 38. Shaquille Simmons, 39. Why isn't this doing what I ask it to do? Okay. Anyway, we're going to give these now a number of where they just show up on my screen. And I'm giving everyone a number. Everyone who's at the club gets a number. Yeah, everyone at the club gets a number. So I'm going to sort out loans for folks here in a minute. Let me just do this real quick. Might be some high numbers in cup games. $55. Sorry, this is another piece of admin stuff. $62. I'll just leave the under 18s with no numbers. And if I use them, I use them. If I don't, I don't. So. Okay. So we've been here for 2 hours. And we've yet to hit preseason. We had to get preseason out of the way. Newport's tomorrow, so I'm not playing any youngsters. Look at that potential on Lewis Reese Thomas. Okay. Much better. It's the way I want it. So, alright. I am going to call it good here. Ow. And get ready for stuff that's going on today. I enjoyed today. We're still in preseason. Should I... Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're going to call it good. So we're going to call it good here. We're going to finish preseason and do what we can next week. Because we will be back next week. We're going to start at 12 o'clock this time. So that we've got, we've got a little bit of, playtime to deal with and everything like that. And yeah. So that's going to be it for this week. So, hope you had fun. I did. And I celebrated my birthday with folks. And I will see you guys next weekend. Take it easy, everybody. Bye.